Larry Glazer says, let's say we get an Iran nuke deal. It goes through. And part of that nuke deal is Iran can go ahead and put its oil on the market, trade that oil with us. It's 500,000 barrels added to an already slushy supply. You get the drill. All of a sudden, prices go still lower. What do you make of that and how likely that is, Larry?
Sure. Well, as part of the deal, obviously, economic sanctions would also be lifted. And with that, Iran has already indicated they would double their own production of energy, flood the global market, and it does come at an inopportune time when energy prices are at the lowest level since March of 2009 and the financial crisis. And before we get too excited as consumers about all these benefits of low energy prices, remember, this is a pact with the devil. The short-term benefits are far outweighed by the long-term consequences of what's happening here and the unintended consequences in the geopolitical stage.
As we take a look at what's going on in Tel Aviv right now with this voting, they're really on tenterhooks there. And there's a sense that this could actually lead oil prices to go the other way, that it will add to the instability in the Middle East. Do you agree with that? Because the flip side is heightened tensions. Let's say Netanyahu squeaks through, then all things remain as they were on the table, no Palestinian state, and all of a sudden the likelihood that you'll have a very emboldened Benjamin Netanyahu, or at least a party in power that takes a far tougher stance.
That's right. Well, it's interesting that our few stable allies in the region, whether it's Israel or Saudi Arabia, are urging caution on this deal. And what's the unintended consequences here would be what Iran would do with that additional oil revenue. And clearly they would support their own causes in the Middle East, which run contrary and in opposition to many of our own causes, but also those of our allies in the region. So again, we think about these implications. In the short run, it may actually bring the price of oil and benefit consumers. In the long run, it runs to destabilize the Middle East with that additional revenue, thereby costing us as tax dollars more money to stabilize the area. Never mind the domestic economy, the energy patch here and the consequences as a high-cost energy producer. What would happen to layoffs in Texas, Louisiana, and the Dakotas? Never mind the price of oil coming down, already angering Russia, and we box Putin in a corner, further destabilizing the world. So there are many consequences here. We don't want to get too short-sighted about these benefits because we know the long-term issues are going to be very costly to the American public.
All right, Larry, thank you very much.